All right, welcome to Positivity is the Way to Go. He is the mastermind behind Riviera Sports, Orioles and Ravens website and podcast delivering expert insight and game analysis. How's it going today, man?
That's doing wonderful. Good hearing you. Y'all don't understand watching, man. This guy Dion always calls me for Ravens and Orioles information here, man. So he's from Chicago. I think we're gonna turn him into a Ravens fan, man.
No, I'm not turning to no Ravens fan, Charles. Sorry, but I am going to defend Lamar Jackson later in the show. Later in the interview, that's a tease. But I got some breaking news that I want to tell my audience. We're going to be moving some interviews to Can TV, so I'm going to broaden my audience and broaden my fan base, and we're going to be going to cable. So be on the lookout for that. And also, I want to give a shout out to Chef Daddy's Chicago restaurant, where they sell chitlins every day. So let's get this interview started.
There's nothing more African American back in the day than eating chitlins, brother.
Yeah, well, that's the whole lot of chitlins.
Explain that to our white viewers watching that. Chitlins and hog.
Oh yeah. They don't know what that means. Yeah. We made it off soul food, Charles. You know, that's what soul food came about because we couldn't buy anything. We had to eat whatever was there.
Absolutely right.
So, what are your thoughts on me moving to cable, man? What are your thoughts?
I'm nothing but happy for you and your progress and everything that you're doing. Obviously, I was joking at the beginning, but you're a young guy working very, very hard. It's very inspiring to see that. So it's very good. So I think going to cable in of itself, where we are as far as content crew, well, you ahead of me, obviously, like you keep telling me. But broadening your audience is always good. Getting a Roku channel, cable channel is all good. The more eyes people watch you, the more people know you, is all good.
I'm gonna be on Can TV, so not Roku, Can TV.
Is that Chicago or is that?
Yeah, that's Chicago. Yeah, and they get 4.5 million viewers per weekly. So I'm beginning. My subscribers and views are gonna go up. They're gonna skyrocket.
Absolutely right. Well deserved. Well deserved.
Well, you are some of my subscribers, Charles. That's what you've been clamoring for, but that ain't gonna happen though, man. I need my fan base, man.
I know you a little bit now. Yeah, I've talked to you. You are just like you are. Just I'm always seeing content creators who are the same guy off camera as they are on camera. You talk the same way, like on the phone or whatever else. Yeah, you're the same guy. It's not an act.
So, what are your thoughts on the Orioles and stuff, man, and the management?
Well, a lot of the fans are upset with management. Orioles, obviously, we haven't had a good season. They're on a 3-game winning streak right now. We're doing this right before the game. So they're on a 3-game win streak right now, but they haven't really played well all season. Their main guys, I think I've been a little bit hard on the main guys, Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, not having quite as good a year. Jackson Holliday's come around. I mean, that's been good, but their pitching hasn't had a lot of injuries. A lot of guys missed time. So I think it's been rough all the way around. All the guys have been on the IL at some point. Right now you got Colton Cowser on the IL, et cetera, Tyler O'Neill. So it hasn't definitely turned out. And they just sold their whole bullpen. Bullpen is awful right now because, you had to trade them all, right? In the to get some prospects back because you didn't win enough games.
Well, who do you think should be their manager, man? Who do you think should be next up? Buck Showalter? Who would you like them to manage, and who would the fan base like them to manage?
I think The name you just said, Buck Showalter, is the guy fans want. I mean, I took a poll about it. I think there's a couple names I think that are more likely. I think it's the Ryan Flaherty was a guy, former Oriole, working as a coach in a different team. Skip Shoemaker was a guy who did a good job in Miami, kind of got wrongly fired, along with David Ross, former Cubs manager. That's come up a lot. The guy I would like to see as current Ravens coach and former minor league manager in the system is Buck Britton. He's worked with a lot of these current guys. So a lot of these guys, Adley, Gunnar, things like that, he has a good relationship with a lot of those guys, the guys you need to turn around, because you just traded away O'Hearn and these guys. So you get Buck Britton, a guy who's worked with these guys, developing these guys. I think that would be the guy I would want to see get the job. But a lot of people want Buck.
You don't want Buck Showalter?
I don't think he'd take it. If that was the way it went, I'm fine with Buck Showalter coming back.
Well, he was good with the Mets, man. Look what he did with the Mets and stuff. He got them to the playoffs in year one when he was there and stuff.
Buck's been good no matter where he's been. As quiet.
Yeah, so y'all should get him back.
I don't think he's got a World Series person, but he's been as good a manager as you could find. So if they do go in that direction, I am not mad about it. I doubt seriously he'd take it. I think he's at retirement age.
Oh, okay. I've been having a problem with the Cubs lately, man. They've been garbage. They lost to Pittsburgh yesterday, man. I don't know what's going on with the Cubs, man. They offense ain't hitting at all. And they talking about saying Kyle Tucker's for $500 million. Kyle Tucker is not worth that at all. I don't know what's going on with the offense. And then they should have got They should have got a rotation arm. I don't know why it's Jed Hoyer is being too cheap, and he just got an extension. What are your thoughts on the Cubs, man?
I think the Cubs are probably where they've been like for a while. I think the biggest problem, frankly, is just the Brewers in that division are really, really good. I think the role that they have been on, Jackson Torino and all those guys in the Brewers are really showing that as well. It's a little shocking, though, because what I keep thinking about with the Cubs is you took the manager away to beat the Brewers, and the Brewers right now are the team that you're taking it to. But offensively, they've just kind of like Baltimore in the sense of their guys haven't really performed like they had hoped. Like you talked about, paying all this money to Kyle Tucker hasn't played as well. Guys haven't played as well, etc. So it seems like they never have enough offense in Chicago.
Yes, and the thing is, they gave Craig Counsell $8 million to manage the team, and the team that he ain't with, they doing good. He eating pancakes out his pockets during the game. That's how bad it is. He was on TV, ESPN, with a pancake in his pocket, and a lady reporter A-Sun. That's how bad it is right now, Charles, man. And we 8.5 games back. They beat up Paul Skeens, the best. He probably gonna win the Cy Young for the NL this year, and they beat the crap out of Paul Skeens.
I think like Counsell too is known as being a really great manager. You know, like he's in the consideration like Joe Madden, Kevin Cash, really good on the margins, really doing more with less, which is what he was doing in Milwaukee, which is why they hired him. But yeah, like they are not getting the job done as of late. They're like 8 games back from the Brewers. I mean, they still might get a wild card, I think. But yeah, winning the division is going to be hard because you ain't got much more time left. You only got like 44 games left.
Milwaukee ain't going nowhere in the playoffs anyway, though. We know the Dodgers, they just playing around, man. They like the Golden State, Kansas City when they was good. They just play around the regular season, then the playoffs come, and they just destroy you.
Dodgers have a lot of injuries. I'm not so sure. I like the Padres, what they've done at the deadline. I was really impressed with that. They went and got some of our guys, Ronald Hearn and Liriano, and Mason Miller. Fantastic, man. I mean, Mason Miller, I think, is one of the best young pitchers I saw. I mean, and they were really good before. The Dodgers, they're not I hear you, but they got to get it together. They got a lot of injuries, man. They got a lot of guys that's, they haven't had Sasaki all year. They've had guys on the IL. They just had Muncy. They've had a lot of injuries. Even despite all their talent, they got to get it together, man, because the Padres are no joke. They're really good.
Well, it's low management, Charles. It's like the NBA, low management for MLB baseball. There you have it.
Do you believe that? I mean, you think they just waiting until the playoffs?
Yeah, exactly. That's what's going on. That's my belief.
They might wait themselves into not winning the division the way they're going lately. Look, man, they might wait themselves right out of a playoff spot.
So let's get into the reason why I have you on in the first place, Charles. Let's get into Lamar Jackson, man, and the quarterbacks, the AFC, man, the beast, the best conference in the out of the both for the NFC. So, what do you think it will be a successful season for him and the Ravens this year?
There's no successful season other than winning the whole thing for the Ravens. I think he can get to the Super Bowl and lose maybe, and it'll tamp down somewhat. But there's nothing but they're not going to look at this season as anything but a success, and as if you go all the way to the championship game and win it. Period. There's no middle ground that the Raven fans are going to accept. He's already got the MVP. I mean, 2 different times. You could argue he had it a third time. There's nothing left for him except for actually go ahead and have that success in January.
Well, I think Lamar Jackson is better than Michael Vick and everything, and I think that he can throw the ball and he can run the ball and stuff. But I think the thing is, though, he choked in the playoffs. And the thing is, Derrick Henry lessen the pressure off of him. And they just got DeAndre Hopkins and everything. And I think right now Kansas City is vulnerable. I think they on their last dance, Kansas City, to be honest. I don't think they at fear anymore. So I think until people beat Kansas City in the AFC Championship game, it doesn't matter about Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. They got to win and get to the Super Bowl and beat him, whether it's in a wild card or the championship game. That's what they're going to be judged at the end of the day. Can you beat Mahomes when it matters the most?
I agree with that 100%. And then you mentioned that other guy, Josh Allen. You got to fix that. I think those are the 2 best teams in the AFC, the Ravens and the Bills. I thought the Bills last year, I was very impressed. I thought Allen was very, very good. I think even before the season, I think I talked about this on my channel once before, where the Bills last year, they had salary cap issues, right? So they had to give away some of the receivers, some of the secondary, et cetera, and they still wind up going all the way to the AFC Championship game. So this year, they went ahead and signed some receivers. They have a really good line. They just extended Cook. Their defense, they got Joey Bosa, so they're loading up too. So I think those are the 2 best teams in the AFC. I do agree with you on Kansas City. I think Kansas City has got real issues. Their line is going to be problems. They really lost Tooney, and that's a problem. So their offensive line is really going to have some issues.
Well, I said in an interview with Josh Salmon, they relying on Isaiah Simmons, and he just tore his ACL, and they talking about Mahomes to my man, he the best offensive lineman around. He a rookie. Rookie offensive linemen are not that great. They first year in the NFL with all the defensive talent, and then they relying on Dan Moore, He played for the San Francisco 49ers, gave up all those sacks last year. And he played with Trent Williams. They don't have a Trent Williams at all. And they got rid of Joe Tooney, which was a mistake. They should have restructured his contract and got rid of somebody else. He the reason why they made it to the Super Bowl. And now
Kelsey's
he
also
gone
not the
out the
same
gate.
player. Yeah, you're right. Kelsey's not the same player. For years they had
Kelsey
Kelsey.
busy with his new Heights podcast with Taylor Swift, man. He up there broadcast her new album with Jason Kelsey, man. Everybody talking about Taylor Swift. She talking about Xavier Worthy, talking about, and this guy talking about this Chris Canty talking about, man, my love language. There were women talking about the X's and O's and talking about corner covers. That is my love language. That's what they talking about in the media right now, man.
Well, I'm not. I'll let you deal with all that. You're younger than me as far as the Taylor Swift and all that other stuff. I don't think people actually think it's a problem for him. The problem is Kelsey's going to be 35 years old, 36 years old. It's not Taylor Swift. His body's banged up. He's been in the league a long time. Whatever he's doing with his girlfriend or whatever, or the publicity stunt or whatever they're doing is not the reason. He's older and he's having more trouble as a player.
Yeah. So who do you think gonna be win the NFC or AFC this year? If you had to pick right now.
Well, it's easy for me to say the Ravens, but I think it is the Ravens or the Bills. I don't think there's anybody else that's going to be there in the AFC. I do like the Chargers better than Kansas City, and I do like Houston a lot. I think they're about an offensive line away from being a great team. Go ahead.
It was the NFC. And what do you think about Rashan Slater, the injury? So they two Pro Bowls at Charles. You think that's going to impact them? And don't forget about Denver, Charles, man. Bo Nix, Sean Payton, man.
I think Denver's pretty good. I think the Slater injury does hurt him. I do like it. I still like him simply because I like Alt. I think they're probably going to move Alt to the left side now, and I think he's a really good. I think they don't have the great combination anymore, so that is going to hurt him. I think they do have to replace him, but I still like him. NFC, I think it's the Eagles. I think the Eagles, you got to deal with them. I do like the Commanders right there. I think the Commanders are maybe the next best team in the conference as well. So I think the Commander, Jayden Daniels, I think it's only the beginning from what we saw last year. He's he's going to be a beast. And I still like, I think the Rams of Detroit would be the other two teams to look out for.
And this is the last question. Who do you think are your top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL right now?
Well, I'll tell you what I said. Number 5, Jalen Hurts. Number 4, Joe Burrow. Number 3, Josh Allen. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. And number 1, Pat Mahomes. I still think you got to put Mahomes there until somebody beats him in the playoffs. Well, I can already hear you saying, like,
you think that the Ravens going to beat them this year. So,
yeah, I do. I think the Ravens beat Kansas City if they play them in the playoffs this year.
But you just said Buffalo. Come on, Charles. You swapping all over the place right now. You just said Buffalo and Baltimore, and then you talking about Kansas City, and it's going to be Kansas City and Baltimore. What is it with you, Charles?
I did not say that. I said Mahomes is the best quarterback.
Okay.
I still think you got to put him there until somebody actually beats him in the playoffs. Allen and Lamar have not done it, have not really beat him in the playoffs. Burrow's really the only one, and that team isn't good enough to beat him. So as of for right now, you still got to say Mahomes.
Well, it was a pleasure having you on today, Charles, man, and we're gonna do this again sometime, man.
I'm sure I'll get a call from you. I mean, to go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna come on your podcast again, Charles, man.
I'm gonna have you on during this. We're gonna have Dion on during the season. We're gonna be expanding our instant reactions after the games. So I'll be happy to have Dion on for about.
I bring you ratings, man. You need ratings, man. Your ratings been down off, Charles, so you need me, man.
And congratulations on getting the cable channel. We appreciate. Thank you, sir. Well deserved.
Well, appreciate it, man. You one of my supporters, man, and it's always talk to you, man.
All right, sir. You have a good one.
All right, you too.